There's always an unspoken understanding that social organizations do not use technologies or do not need them either. But I believe that NGOs such as us at My Choices actually amplify the impact by using organized processes and technologies.
India's diversity brings in its own unique problems. There are people who speak different languages, the literacy levels vary, and many of them whom we work with, mostly in the rural sector, are not friendly with technology. That hampers our flow in bringing in reports into the head office.
At our level, we can understand this database management, but at the grassroots level, the volunteers cannot comprehend it or implement it. If they gather data to get it across, it takes a long time. All these lacunae affect our strategic decision making in our organizations.
It's a struggle being able to be on the field and be able to travel to different districts and come back and hopefully get that email, get that report. And sometimes, people are slow and we're still getting it in the mail, we're still getting it in written form. So we need to be able to come up with a device, a technology that we can get it all in one place at one time, all the information we need. This would help our impact in what we're doing to be able to travel more, be out the field more, develop the relationships with those that we're giving the shoes, the schools, the children, and the organizations. So we're looking for some help. We're looking for new technology to be able to help us do this.
But I believe now we are looking at an application which can help us to take all this big data and analyze and make optimal decisions. If that can be done, and if such an application is available, I think we will benefit a lot, and we can use our resources much more judiciously and much more responsibly.
Today, the platforms that are available on the market can be too expensive for the NGOs. I think as an NGO, the challenge is not just going to be affording this new platform that's available in the market, but also the challenge is implementing that platform in our field. So I think what happens is, if there is something that is economical, but at the same time easier to implement, that will be a huge asset for the organization, and not just our organization, but to NGOs all across India.
So there is a need, a dire need. Most of the NGOs we spoke to needed some sort of help to increase the effectiveness to make an impact. Did you know that there are twice the number of employees working for NGOs in India than there are central and state government employees? And yet, the impact is just 1% of the monies and the resources allocated towards the beneficiaries. Almost every NGO we spoke to said that they could be more effective and make a lasting impact if they had some technology tools on a mobile phone to help them collect data, collate data, analyze data that will help them make meaningful decisions out of that data. And that's where we come in.
Imagine how effective we would be if every decision was made on facts rather than assumptions. If information about our activities flowed in real time, ready for us to understand at a glance. If we could get valuable information to those with a need as they need it. Personalized content in the language and delivery method best suited for the individual, be it mobile data, voice response, or with a real person in a call center. If we had complete assurance that every piece of aid we distribute and every asset in the field was touching the lives of the people that it was intended for. Imagine the difference we could make if the best of our written, audio, and video content was accessible to those without access to mainstream technologies. Imagine if our communities were closely connected not just with leadership, but with each other. Your groups sharing encouragement, ideas, and answers with their peers. Introducing Glueplus. The technology to give you the information you need exists today. Glueplus is the platform that brings together the right tools for each job. The best there is to make sure you know what you need to know to make the right decisions, to get the facts on the table. Glueplus is an inclusive solution which connects your communities using the mediums that they prefer. With the rise of smartphones and tablets, it is now easy for owners of these devices to report quality information wherever they are. Complete forms, send photos, record sounds. Connecting on smart devices is easy, but smartphones are not the only way. Glueplus also offers innovative apps for lower-end mobile phones, meaning your teams can do the same smart things without owning smart technology. If your team prefers talking rather than texting, Glueplus's interactive voice response lines allow them to talk naturally to share their recent activity. But many still prefer to speak with a real person. This is why Glueplus also offers call center lines. Any language, any phone, anywhere. Your information ends up in one place, summarized and ready for you to make decisions. So, do you know what is happening on the ground? Do you want to?